Good evening. This is Trisha, and welcome to the call this evening. We're so happy to have everybody with us this evening. Dora is going to lead us in yet another amazing meditation, guided meditation, but we ask first that everybody place their microphones on mute and please close your eyes if that's comfortable for you and take a deep breath, and Dora will begin. Dora?
Thank you, Trisha, and happy birthday, Trisha.
Thank you.
Today's meditation is based on the most popular prayer today in both religious and secular contexts, which is the Serenity Prayer. I think it's particularly apt now, and I'd like to share it with you as a guided meditation. As Trisha mentioned, to prepare for tonight's meditation, just make sure you have a comfortable place to sit with your feet flat on the floor. You'll want to sit with your back as straight as you can so you can breathe fully and easily, but just make sure you're comfortable. Allow your hands to rest comfortably in your lap, and you can gently close your eyes. We'll begin the meditation with a ring of the chime, and we'll end the meditation with a ring of the chime. Let's begin by settling the mind, resting in the body, coming to rest in the present moment. Take a moment to notice the calming aspect, the stillness, the breath coming in and going out naturally and easily. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's begin now to notice our thoughts. As thoughts come, you can gently notice them and let them go, coming back to the physical sensations of the body and stillness and the breath arising and passing through. Let's just sit with the breath for a few moments, always coming back to the in-breath and the out-breath. Let's begin this Serenity Prayer meditation. First, I'll say it as it's written, then I'll guide you through it as a meditation in 3 parts. The Serenity Prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. beginning with the things I cannot change. The coronavirus pandemic is frightening for many reasons. It threatens the health of ourselves and our loved ones. It brings financial instability, and we don't know how long it will last before it gets better. So let's check in with these things I cannot change. How do you feel in the body and the mind right now in the present moment? Is it possible to accept the things I cannot change? To accept whatever you are feeling, noticing it non judgmentally, maybe even noticing it with some compassion. These things I cannot change are hard. We want to change them, and yet fundamentally we can't. Of course, serenity doesn't mean it's okay. It doesn't mean that any of these things are good. It means that the mind can be balanced, settled, accepting. It means it is what it is. This is what is true. There is a little serenity just in that clear seeing. There can be serenity in the mind being settled, letting go of some of the fighting, the struggle. Let's try to settle our minds. What are you feeling right now about the things you cannot change? Perhaps fear or anxiety or sadness or loneliness. Of course, none of those are pleasant. None of those are especially welcome, but can we accept them? This is what is true. This is what is happening now. We can learn to accept what is true. The body is in stillness, sitting in silence. And when thoughts come up around these things I cannot change, accepting, allowing, witnessing, and maybe giving yourself a little self compassion, because these things are hard. That's serenity as it can be felt in meditation, not pleasant calm, not a blissful afternoon at the beach, just letting go of the struggle to make things other than they are. Now let's move to the second part of the prayer, the courage to change the things I can. Of course, there are some things that are within our control. There are steps we can take to protect ourselves, and perhaps more importantly, protect the vulnerable people we may come into contact with. We all know we should be washing our hands, avoiding large gatherings for the time being, doing your work possibly in a different setting or in ways that might be challenging. I invite you to think of one step that you've been taking in these last few weeks, one change that you've made that maybe was difficult. Take a moment and bring that to mind now. Courage can come from an unusual place, sometimes from a place of self-compassion. Courage doesn't mean that what you're doing isn't hard. It doesn't mean you're not afraid. It means you move forward with the fear and you move forward with the difficulty. This is hard, but it can be done. Let's try to experience this in the present moment. You might give yourself some gratitude, some appreciation for the hard steps you have taken, or using some traditional meditation language, some loving kindness meditation language, sending yourself some compassion for doing this difficult work. May I be happy. May I be free from suffering. May I be healthy. May I be safe. By accepting what is true for you, it's possible to move forward however you are feeling, with your feelings instead of against them. This is something we can do. Now let's move to the third and final part of the Serenity Prayer, the wisdom to know the difference, knowing when to make an effort and when to let go, knowing where to expend your energy and where not to, knowing when a concern is justified and an action should be taken, and seeing when it's spiraled into anxiety and the mind is just spinning. That wisdom comes from calm and mindfulness. Let's see if we can experience that now. Bring to mind any aspect of this crisis that's causing you fear or anxiety or worry. With the body calm and the mind settled, can you ask, can I fix this problem? Is this something I can change or something I can't change? Does this moment call for courage or for acceptance? the body in stillness, the mind tranquil, bringing to mind something difficult and asking the questions. Can I fix this problem? Is this something I can change or something I can't change? And does this moment call for courage or for acceptance? There is no one meditation practice that answers those questions every time. What you can do is create the conditions for wisdom to arise, conditions of calm and clarity. As we bring our meditation to a close, the purpose of this meditation is to cultivate the practices that build inner serenity, inner courage, and inner wisdom. These are qualities of the mind that we can cultivate, that we can grow, that we can nourish. Calm with the breath, compassion with the heart, wisdom with the clear and settled mind. You can continue to do this after opening your eyes by taking any moment in your day to create the conditions for wisdom to arise. Continue the practice of serenity.
Thank you for joining us, and we hope this meditation brings you peace and calm during this turbulent time.